Hurry up with the book. Hurry up. Oh, freaking frack. Hi everyone, I'm going to react to the case study of Vanitas, episode 18, just the two of us. Last episode, it was revealed that Nenia was the queen of vampires, was the malnomen of one of the queen clearly was cursed or something or other like that. They also showed us a little bit of Shan's backstory, like how she sort of like became a burro, but I'm still a little bit confused about that. And then she was in this sort of like darkness looking thingy and was saying basically that she has to kill Chloe, but then Vanitas is like, no, I can still help her or something or other like that. Oh, Roland showed up. Also, I was so happy to see him. I was so excited when he showed up. So now Chloe's malnomen has been forcefully activated, so she's like causing a whole bunch of um destruction. So I guess Vanitas and Noe are gonna try to help her. Vanitas doesn't currently have his book, so I don't know where he's gonna find it. As we'll see. So that's what happened last episode. And before I get into this one, if you like my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/feelingmini. And now let's start this episode, and here we go. I feel like this episode felt like it went by way too fast for some reason. It just feels like it went by way too fast. Aww. Like I've been saying this, but I want both of them to be okay at the end of this. Like you have all these people going after them, and I know Vanitas and Noe are trying to save them and everything, but I'm still afraid that by the end of this, either they're both gonna die or one of them's gonna die. Like I want both of them to be alive by the end of this and be together and go on their own separate journey. I don't know, something. I don't want them to die, man. Like at the beginning when they showed Vanitas and Chloe, not Chloe, Jan having that conversation, Jan has been programmed not to want anything, not to wish for anything, and even though deep inside herself she doesn't want to kill Chloe, she felt like she had to until Vanitas made her tell him what she truly wants, and what she wants is for him to help her and Chloe. And he's like, that moment where she was like, if I don't do this, they're gonna kill someone else, or someone is gonna pay instead. I forgot what. Basically, they're gonna hurt someone else instead of her, and they might even hurt Vanitas as well. And I'm like, oh, that basically tells you that she has feelings for him. If you didn't know before, which we knew, but that basically tells you that she has feelings for him. And Vanitas just made this declaration that she's gonna basically accomplish all her dreams or something or other like that. And then he went and started kicking away for making him make that promise, which he would have never made before had it not been that he met Noe, and all of that. So he slapped. He keeps slapping people. He slapped Jean-Jacques awake and basically was like, okay, where's my book? I need my book. And he told them what the book is. Dante and Johan, I believe, showed up, and Vanitas told Dante to look for the book somewhere up there. And Jean-Jacques and not Jean-Jacques, Johan and Dante were like, clearly they were there for the weapon that Chloe created, but then they said something about Vanitas as well. There's the many does the matter about Vanitas? The phrase is in some way. I don't quite remember. They clearly want something with Vanitas as well. I just don't know what it is, you know. But they're gonna go and look for the book. Now, Vanitas was like asking Jean-Jacques if he knew how this thing worked and if he can operate it. And he's like, yeah. And then they went there and he's like, oh, it's not working. Like he pulled a lever and it wasn't working. And he's like, well, it's not working. Maybe it's broken. And then Vanitas asked if it was running on Astromite. And then he said, yeah, but it's a special kind of Astromite and it's called the Divine Teardrop. Was that it? Something along those lines. And when he said that, Vanitas had this reaction, and then they showed us this flashback about him, number 71, which I still don't know what his name is, the original Vampire of the Blue Moon. And they were asking, like they had the book, right? I think it was number 71 that had the book and was playing with it and was asking the Vampire of the Blue Moon, about that Astromite, and he's like, it's a special kind. So, and then because of that, Vanitas took off his what's it called again? The glove that he didn't want Jean to take off before. He took it off a little bit, and you see his sort of like blue hand. So I'm assuming that his hand has the special kind of Astromite embedded in it or something or other like that, and he used that to activate the machine. And he's basically trying to make Chloe corporeal, like Chloe did for Nania. So that's what she did, and he sort of like bound her existence basically. And then meanwhile you had, after there was that look in that episode where I'm like, okay, what's the look about? Vanitas was the one that saw the look and didn't actually show us the look until this particular episode. And that was the look of someone that's going to die by himself, that decided to die by themselves and not tell anybody or something or other like that. And he said he hated that look, which means he's seen someone go through that before. And I'm wondering if it has something to do with his story with number 71 and the Vampire of the Blue Moon. Like, I don't know. Or if it's somebody else. So he told Jean-Jacques that she was not going to live at the end of this, of her vengeance and all of that. So Jean-Jacques started basically putting all the pieces together. And when those automatons or whatever I'm trying to that she created was modeled after family members that already passed, and she was gonna basically have them kill her because she felt guilty. He felt that she was the cause of their death. So she's like, okay, I'm gonna get revenge on Nania, and then they're gonna get revenge on me, and then that's gonna be the end of me. And then she's thinking at the end of that, Jean-Jacques is gonna be free because Jean-Jacques is doing this to protect her, right? He basically sold his true name in order to protect Chloe. So if Chloe is not there anymore, then Jean-Jacques is gonna be free. But Jean-Jacques is like she's everything to him. So what kind of freedom is she gonna have if she's not there anymore? And then when she was basically telling, like, inching towards her and told her about his feelings, and she became sort of like corporeal, and then they started crying together, and he's like, don't leave me. I'm like, I want these two to be okay. Please let them be okay. So you have that going on, and then you also have Astolfo. Astolfo comes from a family of paladins, right? Of chasseurs. And he was basically that's what his father that's what his father wanted him to do, to become, you know, like, don't, our duty is to kill vampires, so if they show up, kill them and stuff like that. But then at that age, at that time, he had a kind heart. He's not someone that's just gonna go and kill people. And her mother, his mother, basically told him never to forget the kindness that he has. So when him and his sister were outside playing or something, and then they come upon this young vampire that was hurt, he remembered what his father said, and then he remembered what his mother said, and his kindness won out. And then he went out and brought a first aid kit, I guess, to help him, to clean him up. And when the little sister gave him the magical kiss, and they both started laughing, and I'm like, oh, this is so cute. But then in the back of my mind, I'm like, he used to be kind, now he's become a psychopath bent on killing vampires. So clearly something must happen here to change him. And it wasn't until he started asking, like, the vampire kid started asking him, oh, he wanted to learn about his house and all of that, the people that live there, I'm like, oh, okay, he's gathering information. At first I'm like, maybe he's gathering this information not because he actually wants to hurt them, but because he was being made by other vampires, maybe someone that he's afraid of, someone he's afraid of sent him there to gather this information and bring that information back to him. And it's not that he actually wants to hurt them, but it's more like he's being made to help them. That's what I was thinking in the back of my mind. But it turns out that nope, he actually is there to hurt them because his family, I guess, was killed by paladins, and he wants revenge. So he came there having learned everything that he needed to learn about the house and everything. Showed up, killed everybody. Vanitas. Astolfo was the only one that was no, not the only one. You have the majordom. How's it called in English? The butler, I guess. Oh, the guy that's with him right now, he is also alive. I don't know if they are the only two people alive or if there's somebody else from his family is alive, but excuse me, at least those two were the ones that got out of it. And so from then on, he's had this hatred of all things vampire. And I'm like, okay, I understand that part of it. Like, I understand that you being so, like, he's transformed by what has happened, that he's just like, I'm gonna kill all vampires. I understand that. My thing is, what did those people that he killed, those humans that he killed, what did they do? They're not vampires. So, like, that's the thing, that if he was just, okay, he was just him becoming a paladin so that he can kill vampires and all of that, I can understand that. But it's that the other side of it that I'm like, I don't like you. Like, I understand your motivation when it comes to the vampires, but I don't like you. So he started attacking Noe, and at one point, as they were fighting, Noe had this look in his face, like he was looking at Astolfo, and he had this look in his face, and I'm like, I feel like he saw through, like, the hurt that Astolfo was feeling, like what was driving him, and that's where that look came from. And then what happened? I don't think the fight had any kind of resolution as of now, right? Oh, but so they're fighting, and Vanitas made Chloe corporeal, and then at one point Dante was like, oh, okay, I have the book, and he was about to give him the book, and then there was this thing that no, explosion, something crashed through the thing, and I feel like he was separating him from the book, and I'm like, oh man, what the freak. But then turns out that Jean was like carrying him, and then he had the book in his hand. So I'm like, I don't quite remember. I don't quite know how that thing happened. But then he opened the book and he was about to do his thing, and I think that's where the episode ended. So, uh, oh, they show Roland and Olivier at one point as well. They were trying to keep those wolf things away from the people, but it was getting harder and harder because those things don't die. And Olivier's like telling Roland that boy, we're getting at a point where we are not gonna be able to stop this. So when the time comes, we're just gonna have to kill people, right? You know that, right? And he's like, yeah, I know. And then he's like, no way, Vanitas. So I'm like, yeah, guys, hurry up because they're, you know, I wonder how all this thing's gonna end. You know, let me go and see how many episodes there are left in this show. Because I'm like, no, it's a 20 something episode, 24. So 6 episodes? No, 5 episodes left. 5 or 6. This is episode 18. 24 left. Yeah, so 6 episodes left. And then I'm done with Vanitas. And after I'm done with Vanitas, I saw that Demon Slayer came back, so I'm gonna go and do that. I'm excited. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see my reaction to the next episode, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/Philemini, and you can also see the follow for this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Listen to my heart, beats waiting for you. Listen to my heart, beats waiting for you.